Welcome back to the Dr. Spice collection. In this video, I'll be sharing the rarest posters in my Spice Girls collection. And I'm pretty sure there'll be some items on this countdown that even hardcore fans have never seen. If you're new to my channel, welcome. It's great to have you here. If you're a regular, welcome back. Posters are one of my favorite things to collect, and the Spice Girls had a lot of them. I love the teen magazine ones from magazines like Smash Hits and Top of the Pops just as much as the band's official merch ones. Thanks to many years of extensive collecting, I have also gained many posters from outside the UK, adding imagery to iconic moments in the band's history and representing the global impact they had. These pieces of paper document the band's activities in such a visually pleasing way, providing the perfect backdrop to the records and other collectibles and reminding us of those incredible, iconic moments. You may not have seen these posters before, but the nostalgia is about to hit you hard regardless. Kicking us off at number 20 is a solo tour poster. Emma Bunton's Christmas tour, titled The Christmas Show, saw Emma play several dates around the UK in December of 2022. It came 3 years after her one-off Albert Hall Christmas concert, and this time, to the delight of us collectors, there was tour merch. Candy canes, t-shirts, VIP goodies, and this, a poster. The merchandise artwork, such as this poster, feature a photo of Emma taken by the photographer Timsy at the 2019 Spice Girls tour, along with her logo of the time and the tour title. The Christmas Show tour was a family affair, as Emma's family got up on stage at several points during the concert. She even brought out Melanie C as a surprise spicy reunion for a performance of the band's hit Stop. Shout out to anyone who made it along to that tour. At 19, it's the first promotional poster on the countdown. It's Melanie C's Brazilian promo poster for her 2016 album version of Me. This is actually my favorite Melanie C album, so I couldn't pass on the chance to own this. I don't just love the music on this record, I love the artwork too. For the album cover, Melanie chose an image where she doesn't show her face, but is still easily recognizable by her tattoo. This promo poster for the album shows her chair photo from the same shoot. Melanie's South American fans are super loyal, and whenever she visits Brazil, it's like Spice Mania all over again. She's had great success there as a solo artist, even singing at the huge São Paulo Pride in 2019. What's your favorite track on this album? Any More is one of my all-time favorites of Melanie C's, and I just adore the silky smooth Loving You Better. Up next is a brand collaboration. In 1997, the Spice Girls signed major deals with Walker's Snacks, a sister company of Pepsi, who the group famously had their first major sponsorship deal with. The Walker's campaign ran alongside the Pepsi one, starting with the launch of the new Cheese and Chives flavor crisps on the 30th of June.
You look like a nice guy. A man with extremely good taste. Have you scored recently?
Got any extra time?
Wanna play ball?
This is what I want, what I really, really want.
New cheese and chive flavor from Walker's are so irresistible. Taste no more, Mr. Spice Guy.
The launch was accompanied by a supporting TV commercial starring the band alongside Walker's regular celebrity face, Geri Lineker. From 1st September, Walker's ran a new Spice Girls campaign. Is there a spicy 100,000 pounds inside? Customers could win real money and packets of Walker's crisps across all varieties, and a second TV commercial was released. However, it is the new cheese and chives flavor launch that the Spice Girls are most known for with the Walker's campaign. Like the Pepsi deal, this campaign used this Francesca Sorrenti studio shot of the band, adjusting Geri's dress to red on both products and posters. Do you remember this flavor? Did you see these posters in supermarkets? They seem to be one of the hardest to find of their brand collab promo posters. At 17 is a poster that marks a sad day in Spiceworld. Geri quit the group at the end of May 1998, and the world was in shock. The Spice Girls were tabloid favorites. They had done numerous deals with The Sun and the Mirror newspapers to promote their products, including the launch of their official magazine and books Girl Power and Real Life Real Spice. As much as this exposure helped the group, it seemed to come at a huge cost. The newspapers could be cruel and unfair in their reports, and the group often spoke up about this. As a tribute to Geri following her departure, The Sun gave its readers the chance to get a free double-sided poster. One side shows the band photographed just days before she left, pictured backstage at Top of the Pops, where the group filmed performances of their singles On Top of the World and Viva Forever. The other side shows Geri in her iconic Union Jack dress, photographed at the Brit Awards in February 1997. It's a cool item to have, if a little sad, and seemingly hard to find. The next poster was limited to just 800 copies. In early 1998, the Spice Girls teamed up with iconic lollipop brand Chupa Chups. The first 800 orders placed for either a Spice Girls Chupa Chups Pop Talker or Mini Tin, as advertised in the Spice Girls official magazine, would qualify the customer to receive one of these posters. The Chupa Chups campaign is a favorite amongst fans for its bright colors, fun aesthetic, and the use of these iconic photos of the group. Knowing these are limited makes them more enticing to collectors. Anything that is limited to 1,000 or less is super desirable, so I consider myself lucky to have one of these in the collection. Did you have any of the Chupa Chups stuff? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. At 15, we have the earliest poster image of the group in the entire collection. This magazine page poster, taken from August 1996 as Top of the Pops magazine, shows the group at a really cool moment. Photographed by Enrique Badalescu in March 1996, these were the first official photos of the group used by Virgin Records and provided artwork for the Wannabe campaign, the group's debut single. The early styling combined with the innocence before fame and fortune is evident. Their ambition and uncompromising work ethic had led to this moment. This particular shot was also used in the insert for the CD2 format of Wannabe in the UK, but the shoot also provided the images used on the cover, which was the first inception of the iconic Spice Girls logo, featuring each member of the band in each letter of the word Spice. It was so cool for Top of the Pops to use this in their magazine, but at the same time totally appropriate. The group were riding high and remaining at number 1 on the UK singles chart at the time. Number 14 on my countdown took years to get hold of. It's the 1999 Bravado-produced official poster of the band, using Lorenzo Agius's photography from late 1998. This photo shoot, another for Virgin Records, was the first to be used for artwork for the group's first single Without Geri, their third Christmas #1 smash Goodbye. As well as artwork for the single, it provided the band and their label with recent imagery to be used to promote ticket sales of their upcoming Christmas in Spiceworld tour of late 1999. On sale in April, the tickets advertised the tour under the name Ringside with Spice Girls and used additional imagery from the Aegis shoot. I believe this poster was released around this time in stores with little buzz. It's extremely hard to get hold of and took me years to find. In fact, until I managed to get my hands on this, I believed it was only available in the USA. I know a t-shirt using the same design was also released around the same time, but as this was after the peak of Spice Mania, both may have gone unnoticed by many fans, which is perhaps why they are so rare now. Up next is possibly the sexiest photo shoot Bunton has ever done. This fold-out 3-page poster seemingly celebrates one of FHM magazine's hottest photo shoots. Commemorating the year of 2001, they look back on the year's female stars who had posed for the famous men's magazine. To promote the launch of her debut solo album, A Girl Like Me, Emma had appeared as the cover star for the magazine's May issue, released in April. The raunchy shoot saw Emma lying down, seemingly covered in just a sheet. Rocking her A Girl Like Me era freckles, it was a taste of the sexier side of Emma that she returned to for her second album's music videos and artwork. But for 2001, this was a little different to what had gone before, and certainly a departure from the sweet and cute shoot used for her debut album artwork. I have never seen another one of these, so to me this is super rare and deserved its place on my countdown. At 12 is another poster I didn't know existed until recently. For the final stage of the band's Pepsi collaboration, a live recording of the group's Pepsi track Move Over, Generationext, was released through a new campaign which saw fans collecting green ring pulls from promotional Pepsi products. The incredibly dramatic recording of this live interpretation was recorded at their October 1997 Pepsi concert Istanbul 97, which saw the group perform 2 concerts in Istanbul, Turkey, as a prelude to their 1998 world tour. Those gigs were primarily for Pepsi competition winners, and an abridged edit of the concert was later released on home video titled Girl Power Live in Istanbul. To promote the exclusive Pepsi Music Live CD, which was available alongside live recordings from Hanson, Eternal, and Coolio, promotional items such as this poster were produced. I don't know how these were obtained, so do let me know in the comments if you know, but it's likely they were won as a competition prize or given away in stores to Pepsi customers, much like the earlier Pepsi Spice Girls posters. Fun fact, the actual image used, which was also used for the Move Over, Generationext CD artwork, is actually a flipped photo taken during the group's Istanbul performance of Love Thing. At number 11 is a poster with a great backstory. The Spice Girls and Santa Claus, every 90s child's dream collaboration, probably. This poster shows the group posing with Santa Claus at his home in Lapland during a festive promotional trip to make an MTV special. Spice fans could win a chance to fly to Lapland with the Spice Girls, meet Santa, and take part in various activities. It was an epic trip, and it helped the group maintain their #1 position on the UK singles and album chart as they scored the double #1 that Christmas. Muff Fitzgerald, the group's PR manager, was tasked with keeping the big 2 British tabloid newspapers happy, with each desperately demanding Spice exclusives. Muff mocked up a fake issue of The Sun and had this photo staged to give to them as a Christmas exclusive, which would surely help sales of their Christmas single. It worked, and the Sun went a stage further and printed the photo as a double-page poster giveaway inside its the 23rd of December issue. As well as now being super rare, especially in good condition, this is one of my favorite posters. It captures both the fun of the group and their impact in mainstream culture. It wouldn't be the last time the Sun gave away a free Spice Girls poster. Stay tuned for another coming up on my countdown. Number 10 comes from the Netherlands. This poster was used by Virgin Records Netherlands to promote the group's Christmas 1998 products, the Goodbye single and the Wembley Stadium VHS video. It reads, "New single from the Spice Girls for the Christmas holidays and long after." It's always cool to have two products advertised on one poster, and as a UK fan, so interesting to see how foreign markets promoted their releases. Here, fireworks and mistletoe have been added as the festive background. I wonder if anyone else has seen this before. For me, it's the only one I've ever seen. I promised another Sun newspaper poster, and here it is. At number 9 on the countdown is this promotional Channel 5 poster, provided in the 25th March 1997 issue of The Sun. Vibrant, bold, and undeniably cool. I'm sure this spiced up many bedroom walls at the time, but now is super rare. The launch of Channel 5 was a major event in the UK. The fifth terrestrial channel allowed the country a fifth choice when watching mainstream television, and it promised to be an exciting channel.
Welcome to Channel 5 on satellite.
It made perfect sense for the Spice Girls to launch Channel 5 on 30th March 1997. The channel opened with a specially recorded colorful music video of the Spice Girls performing a reworked version of Manfred Mann's hit 5 4 3 2 1. What a time to be alive. The tabloid press were also naturally involved, hence the inclusion of this now rare poster. At 8 is a poster from the group's first reunion. Finally, in 2007, all 5 Spice Girls reunited to announce the return of the Spice Girls World Tour and accompanying Greatest Hits album release. Posing for photographs a day after their momentous press conference on 28 June, imagery was created for the group's upcoming projects. The greatest hits included all the band's standard singles and a couple of bonuses. Different formats were available, but the standard version featured a white cover, much like their 3 studio albums, with lettering depicting the group's logo and album title. Each letter represented a different jewel, and although probably computer-generated, the band's official statement named this one of the most expensive album covers to ever be made, due to the use of the precious stones. As this was not the height of Spice Mania, it's likely many of these posters were simply scrapped after stores had finished promoting the album, making it super rare to find nowadays. The bold use of red and the beautifully simple but stunning album cover, combined with the celebratory Spice Girls image, makes this a real gem in the collection. In January 2024, the race was on to find the promotional materials used for Royal Mail's Spice Girls stamps release. This stunning promo poster was used in post offices up and down the country to entice customers to buy one of many, and yes, many, Royal Mail Spice Girls products. From limited edition gold stamps to postcards and posters, as fans decided which products to buy, collectors scrambled to get their hands on the promotional catalog and this promotional poster. I eventually got both, but it wasn't easy. Only a few post offices had these posters, and even fewer kept them to give to collectors. A couple appeared in auction websites at high prices, but eventually many fans moved on, and I was able to grab one at a very reasonable price. With the Royal Mail Spice Girls collaboration, I consider myself super lucky. As well as getting promo items from post offices, the Spice Girls sent me various items from the range as a preview before their official release, to create social media content and spread the word. Thanks, girls. At 6 is yet another Emma poster. This promotional fold-out poster uses images from Emma's incredible photo shoot for her second solo album, Free Me. The album received an American release, and these display posters were sent to various record stores. The double-page side features Emma lying down in a very sexy and cool shot that worked perfectly with the sound of her album. The other side features 2 record covers, the American cover for the Free Me album, plus the artwork for the album's first single, also titled Free Me. That image is taken from the single's video shoot, but shows Emma looking equally as sexy and sophisticated. Free Me is often considered to be Emma's best solo album, and spawned 4 top 20 hit singles in the UK, including the iconic Maybe. It's always nice to get promo material from other countries, especially when there doesn't appear to be much to collect for this album in the UK, so I really treasure this one. Up next is a poster that documents a significant step for the Spice Girls. In 2012, the Spice Girls announced and launched a musical which used songs from their catalog. Viva Forever was produced by Mamma Mia's Judy Kramer and told the story of a reality TV show girl group who struggled with the pressures of fame. It wasn't a story related to the Spice Girls, but used their songs throughout in a celebratory and fun production that dazzled and entertained London theater audiences. Unfortunately, it didn't last long. Early bad reviews, when the show was probably too clunky and slow, led to its early closure in the summer of 2013. By that time, the show had become much tighter and overall much better, but it was too late, sadly. The show's short run makes its memorabilia even more valuable and rare. Posters were not available to buy from the theater's merch stands, but this promo poster has found its way into my collection. It lists the songs from the show alongside the Union Jack artwork and title logo. What happened with Viva Forever is a huge shame, but at least for a short time, we had a Spice Girls musical. At 4 is a poster you'd think would be more common, but for some unknown reason, it is actually rare. This promo poster accompanied the second wave of collectible official Spice Girls photographs titled Spiceworld photographs. In the decade of Pogs, football stickers, and Tazos, it made total sense that the Spice Girls joined the newsagent collector phenomenon with their own range of collectibles. The first wave was a huge success, so of course a second wave was released to coincide with the band's second album era. Promotional display boxes along with these posters were sent to retailers, but for some reason this second wave poster is really hard to find. In fact, this is the only one I have ever seen available, so naturally I had to have it. Despite its condition, its rareness makes it a great addition to the collection and completes my official photos promo items memorabilia. You won't want to miss the top 3 rarest posters. They're super special, so stay tuned till the end. Let me take a quick moment to ask for your support. By giving this video a like, you're helping me to continue making spicy memorabilia content, so thank you for the support. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more videos from the collection. The more subscribers and likes I get, the more time I can dedicate to making content and sharing the collection with you. Okay, let's get back to the countdown. At 3, it's time to go back to the group's launch once again. Launching in Japan wasn't random. It was a well-planned strategic approach to ensuring international success before launching in Europe and America. This Virgin Records poster from Japan shows an image from their Japanese photoshoot by Kunihiro Takuma, which was used for their debut album artwork. Although the artwork from this shoot was used worldwide, the UK only got this look from the photoshoot in the form of the official collectible photos until the group's 25th anniversary merch in 2021. But in Japan, these shots were used to promote the band's launch, including on this 1997 calendar poster, which I presume was given to customers of the album in record stores. Their look, attitude, and this artwork is testament to their global story. How incredible it is to own such a rare and unused item from across the world. At 2, it may be damaged, but it still means a lot. This evening's standard promotional poster advertises the group's final 2019 concert at London's Wembley Stadium. It was damaged during its removal from the newsstand, but still retains both its charm and significance. I adore items that document moments in the band's history, and this does just that. 2019 saw 4 of the Spice Girls reunite for a record-breaking tour of the UK and Ireland. 13 sold-out stadium shows across May and June became a real moment of celebration for both the band and their fans. In typical Spice Girls style, a tsunami of official merchandise ensued, including online store items as well as tour merch and a collaboration with the Little Miss book series. Promo items could also be collected from a new Walkers campaign. However, promo items for the tour itself were hard to come by, but a fellow collector managed to secure 2 different tour posters for me from Evening Standard newspaper stands in London. I have never seen any available online or in others' collections, making it one of the rarest posters ever. At 1 is a poster I'm sure you didn't know existed. It's this poster promoting the Spice Girls' collaboration range of scooters with Italian motorbike manufacturer Aprilia. In Milan in March 1998, the girls launched the Spice Sonic, a range of scooters that featured the band's logo and images. This poster, presumably sent to bike retailers, shows the band photographed at the actual launch in Milan on 9th March 1998. The day their single Stop was released. Although I consider this poster the rarest in my collection as I have never seen nor heard of it outside of my ownership, it is probably an unpopular choice with the band themselves. Aprilia famously sued the group for loss of earnings in 2000, blaming Geri's departure for a downturn in sales as the bikes clearly showed all 5 girls. An image that the company said was quickly outdated. It all forms part of the Spice Girls story, which wasn't always rainbows and butterflies, but real and honest. I celebrate all areas of the band, and Aprilia memorabilia is generally hard to come by. I'm lucky to have a few Aprilia items in my collection, and one day I'd love to own one of the bikes. Which of these 20 posters did you love the most? What posters did you have on your wall as a kid? Share your thoughts and stories below. I'll be reading them. Here is a recommended video for you to watch, and also a recommended playlist featuring more countdown videos from my collection. Enjoy them, guys, and remember, stay spicy.